Right, good morning everyone. Happy Easter. We are going to do something a bit different today. We're just going to let everybody know what claying is all about. Some people, when I talk to them, they don't really know what claying is all about. They don't know why it's needed and what it's needed for. So what I use it for, if I know I'm going to be polishing a car or waxing it to protect it, then what I will do is I will advise to, let's get the camera straight, I'd advise to get it clayed. So what claying will do is we'll bring the paintwork up to a blank canvas. So it will get rid of all your tree saps, all your tar and glues, and any stuck on, even like bug splats on the front of the car. It will even get off little rubber marks from your trainers or bags. But it is not a process that creates a glossy panel or a protected panel. That is for your polishing and your waxing, obviously. But you don't want to spend hundreds of pounds on products like them to just polish over contaminants, because you're wasting your money and you're not going to get the true worth out of the product. So this is where claying comes into it. So what we're going to do, usually I would clay the whole car in general. The main point of call that you get most contaminants is tree saps on the bonnet, roof and boot, or you get flick up tar and glues from the near side, which is the opposite side to this, just by the front wheel. So the easy way to find out is if you've still got contaminants on the car. Once you've washed it, is just give it a light feel. Obviously make sure you've got no rings or you don't want to scratch it. If you can hear it, let alone feel it, then there's still contaminants stuck on the car that a normal snow foam, pH neutral and shampoo wash wouldn't have got off. So there is three types of clays: soft, medium and hard. It's not just detailers that use the clay. I've known vinyl wrappers to use clay as well to get a blank canvas before they put any kind of wrap or stickers on a vehicle. So I'm just going to show you what we're going to do and what it's all about. So this is what a typical clay would look like. You'd break a little piece off, knead it to a 50 cents piece worth in the palm of your hand, so it's nice and warm. There's a few rules. If you drop it, it has to be thrown away. You can't use it if you drop it and it falls on the floor, and that's why I always break off a tiny piece from the bar that you buy. Don't get caught out, don't cheap out and buy cheap clay off the internet, like my friend did, and they sent in blue tack and they thought it was clay when it's not, it was blue tack. So all your detailing shops will sell you clay. It's not that expensive. And go by what condition your car is in. If it's an older vehicle, it's never been clayed in years, then maybe go for a harsher kind of clay. If it's a newer vehicle, you've just done a probably 200-300 miles on a motorway, then you need probably like a typical soft clay. You don't just put this straight onto the car, because you create quite a lot of damage. You mar up the paintwork, and create more hassle, really. You have to polish a lot more. So remember, this process is only to decontaminate the car prior to any polishes, glazes and waxes. This isn't a process to get purely the panels shiny. So all you'd need is the clay that's dedicated to your car and a QD spray. So all you'd do, or what I would do, especially in this weather now, it's quite warm, QD would tend to evaporate pretty quick. So I would tend to stick to like a foot section. I will show you how to do that. I'll do a foot section, and every now and then, depending on how bad that gets, I will show you, is just flip it, re-knead it in the palm of your hand, and then reapply it. So all I'm going to do here is I'm going to start. This car isn't so bad. It's got contaminants on it, but it's not the worst I've seen. So we're going to only use the weight of your hand. Straight lines is preferred, really. But I can feel that and I can hear it. But you've got to kind of be a bit careful not to let the panel dry up. If you let the panel dry up, the clay would stick to the panel and probably mar the paint. You only need to use the weight of your hand only. If you drop it, just get another piece. It's not worth putting that straight back on the car. So that isn't so bad. What we want this to do is feel like glass. You might find by doing this, there'll be the odd little dot that you can't get off of tar and glue. That's not the end of the world. We can use a bit of tar and glue remover on that and it will come off straight away. Remember, after you dry this with your microfiber, you may get some little smears, but remember, it's not the aim of the game. The aim of the game is to decontaminate it, because our polishes will get rid of the little smears, and it's only QD, it's not going to stain it. Right, so we'll just get this dry, and remember, when the microfiber starts to get too damp, just switch it over. So that feels different already. We'll move on to the start of the door. We'll get that foot section lubricated with some QD, and then we'll put that on nice and softly. Give that a left to right straight line. Yeah, there's bits on that I can feel still, as well as hear it. But it is getting to the point where it feels like glass, and you won't hear any contaminants beyond your fingers anyway. So that is so much different. And when you get the microfiber on it to dry it, you will feel the microfiber bite in the positions where it hasn't been clayed properly. So I'm going to be absolutely confident once this claying process is done throughout the car that all the worth of products, the polishes, glazes and waxes, they're going to be used to their full potential. You're not going to be polishing and protecting over contaminants, and that's the last thing we want to do. We want to get them off, not preserve them. There is a stain on this door which runs from there to there. That is probably runoff from the wing mirror or from some screen wash. I'm not bothered about getting that off in this process, this step. This step isn't to polish up and make the panels shiny. This step is to just purely decontaminate them. And comparing that side to that side that feels like glass, that's what we want. That's the aim of the game, is what we want. So yeah, this is supposed to be pure white. I'm hoping that this will focus. Yeah, it's gone like a toffee color, but you've got to find, the time you get round to the back compared to the white, that will end up going very, very brown to the point almost black. So it's working. There is contaminants on there. So remember, that's not what a normal wash would get off. People will say, well, how often should you clay your car? It does depend on the mileage, what you use it for, and where it's kind of been. I would advise the claying process to be done on every full detail. So every time the wax is applied, purely the wax is applied, not top-ups, not maintenance cleans, say twice a year. So one in the spring and one before they put the road salts down in the winter. So that's what I advise. Each to their own. You haven't got to do that. It depends on the vehicle and what it's used for. So yeah, that is what claying is all about. Anyway, I'm going to finish off the rest of this car. Also enjoy the sun. Enjoy your day, and I'll speak to you all very, very soon. Take care.